Hey everyone, Ryan here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about YouTube Premium versus Spotify. Which service is best for music streaming? Essentially, I'm going to be breaking down Spotify's advantages, some of the features and pros that you're not going to find in any other music streaming service, and comparing them to YouTube Music's advantages and features. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will be able to decide which music streaming service that you should go with. Let's get started. Let's start by looking at what Spotify brings to the table that gives it an upper hand over YouTube Music in certain areas. And the very first big one we have here is network effects. Spotify simply has the largest active user base of any music streaming service out there. Chances are most of your friends or family are already rocking Spotify memberships, which can make sharing playlists, music discoveries, and listening habits way more seamless. And let's not forget about the beloved annual Spotify Wrapped tradition that takes social media by storm each December. Even YouTube Music itself has tried to replicate it with recaps and season-based playlists. But to be honest, it's just not the same as the iconic Wrapped experience. Another compelling Spotify advantage is their own Connect technology. And this allows you to seamlessly control your music across every type of device imaginable, whether it's phones, tablets, computers, smart TVs, or more. Using your Spotify application as a remote control, you can easily switch up what's playing, adjust the volume, or even beam the music to a different Spotify Connect enabled speaker or device on your network. No other streaming platform offers that degree of multi-device integration or control. Now, one of Spotify's most innovative new additions is their AI DJ experience. Using your listening history and tailored recommendations, Spotify generates custom DJ commentary with the help of artificial intelligence. It's like having your own customized virtual radio host that understands your tastes, mixes in some cool discoveries that you might like, and even pulls long forgotten bops from your past listening habits back into rotation. I've had it running during work days, and to be honest, sometimes Spotify's DJ game is on point. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about music quality. And here is where things get a little bit tricky. Spotify has finally announced that they will be launching a high fidelity streaming tier in the near future. And the catch, it's going to be an additional cost on top of your standard Spotify subscription. Now, the details are still unclear as to how exactly or what level of resolution audio we're talking about here. But as it stands, Spotify has not mentioned anything about the Dolby Atmos support like some competitors offer. A couple of other Spotify advantages I would highlight are their dedicated desktop applications for Windows and Mac, which still feel more polished and fully featured than YouTube Music's web-based offerings. There is still Spotify's unique student bundle in the US that gets you a Hulu subscription package with your discounted student plan, and it is a nice added perk that YouTube Music does not match. Alright, so we've talked enough about Spotify Music. Let's switch things up and talk about YouTube Music's advantages. Google's streaming service has plenty of tricks up its sleeve to level the playing field. And starting with the, of course, expanded music catalog. This is one of YouTube Music's most compelling advantages that lie in its absolutely gigantic catalog of music, which is sourced from, you guessed it, YouTube itself. We are talking way more live recordings, covers, and of course, remixes that just simply don't exist on other platforms. I can't tell you how many times I've been able to find some crazy remixes that I would want on YouTube and they would be nowhere to be found on Spotify. Not just Spotify, but also Apple Music or even Amazon. So if you just love hearing every conceivable version of your favorite songs, YouTube Music is going to be your place. While both services have solid recommendation engines overall, I've got to give it to YouTube Music when it comes to surfacing cool new tunes and letting you fine-tune those personalized recommendations. The Up Next queue has controls that would let you actively adjust whether YouTube Music should be leaning into your typical taste and rotation or providing more unusual outside-the-box track selections for you. Having that level of hands-on customization gives you way more control over your discovery experience. And finally, if you're already paying for an ad-free YouTube experience via the YouTube Premium, then the value proposition of getting YouTube Music bundled into that same subscription for no extra cost is pretty compelling. So not only do you get an ad-free experience across both YouTube and the Music app, but it's still a bit cheaper than a solo Spotify Premium sub depending on where you live if you break down those dollar costs. So at the end, if I had to pick an overall winner for myself and decide which music service to recommend for most people right now, I would be siding with YouTube Music. Personally, it just outmatches Spotify in terms of overall features, music catalog diversity, recommendation quality, and clever user experiences. And that will be a wrap on today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know which service you prefer in the comment section down below. And if you found today's video to be helpful or informative to watch, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any follow-up content that we can make related to this one.